Hello everyone, Luke Smith here. Welcome back to another Daniel Larson Wiki reading. This is going to be of the article of California. California, beside being a US state, is one that has multiple ties to Daniel. The original California arc was a period of time where Daniel Larson was in California. Daniel had took a midnight train to California on the 20th of August 2021. Daniel had left to California that night under the assumption his father would meet him. Daniel had grown up in California. So that's where he originated from, essentially. This would not be Daniel's last time in California, however, beginning a new arc after arriving in the state in December 2022. Daniel in LA. There's two LA articles here, I don't know why. Daniel got off the train in San Francisco area and was spotted by fans that night. On the 21st of August 2021, Daniel uploaded a video on the new account Daniel Larson Official, claiming that he had been dropped by his disability service. He was homeless in Los Angeles. In this video, Daniel is seen walking in front of the Hyatt Hotel in Emeryville near Oakland, where it can be presumed that is where he was staying. It is unknown how exactly Daniel got there, or if he was aware that the Oakland area was not in fact LA. Daniel also claimed that he had a court case and needed donations, possibly to get back to Denver. The account ended up being banned within the same day. Other videos on the account included him asking for donations for food and a jacket. The California arc ended with Daniel's manager Samantha convincing his care providers to transport him back to Denver. And again, Daniel in LA. Oh yeah, that was he thought he was in LA. That was that bit forward. This is the actual LA bit. Immediately following the December 10th incident, Bob purchased a ticket for Daniel to be flown to Los Angeles on the last flight of the Colorado Springs that day. Little information was given following his arrival other than this statement. Well, California is great. I'm hoping to get back on the plane and I'm going to Texas. Now going to do a performance in Texas tomorrow night, and then I'm going to be performing at a bar down there. Who knows where I'd be the next day. In 1 week I'm going back to Denver, Colorado. See you all soon. Daniel Larson on a YouTube community post. Yeah, his grammar is horrendous, by the way. Almost as bad as Chris Gans. The Los Angeles arc. After this message, Daniel would continue to claim that he was in Texas for a few days. He ended up giving up on this lie though, since everyone knew. In LA, Daniel would go out to really confusing wording right here. Daniel would go on to go to strip clubs, join Scientology. Fucking hell. There's a saying that they'd take anyone. And considered enrolling in a college. In some YouTube community posts from this time, he would also claim that he wanted to drop his disability services and that no one had control over his life. Well, that's a bad thing. If you're mentally disabled like he is, he'd need all the help he can fucking get. While claiming that the next day being in California meant he could be in control of his own life. On the 17th of December 2022, Daniel would successfully host a fan meetup, having 6 people visit on Hollywood Boulevard. Disneyland, this is the most important bit. On the 17th of January 2023, thanks to fans, Daniel was able to enjoy a day at Disneyland. That would be the Anaheim Disneyland in California. Bad place for him to be, especially with him being a known paedophile. And Disneyland is full of children. And he has bed bugs and scabies and that. Not the best place for him to mull around in. He shouldn't have been there, in other words. Daniel had been hanging around downtown Disney all morning. The mod team within the DLR Discord began receiving reports that two of their friends are at Disneyland and can see Dan. The two, seen below with their sensitive image, buy Dan a ticket without being aware of the true extent of Dan's problems, and hang out with him for a while while taking photographs. One of the photos ends up in the hands of a DLR Discord community, who immediately claimed ownership of this in what can only be described as an attempt to convince the wider community that they had trolled Dan by buying him tickets to Disney. As is normal with Dan, the DLR Discord trolling went unnoticed, and by all accounts Daniel had a great time at Disney. While there, Daniel was uploading many videos detailing his day, starting with a video claiming that he needed to collect donations for a $50 tour that was available in the park. He later got a churro and ate it while on the merry-go-round, where he presumably left a deposit of scabies. Yeah, he had scabies this time. Also, I bet you he didn't go on any of the main rides. He just mulled around and started loitering. I bet you that merry-go-round was the only ride he ever went on. But I'll waste some money if you're only doing that, really. Scabies. When Daniel first arrived in Los Angeles, he had no luggage or belongings. As a result, he spent over 125 days with the same clothing on. Fucking hell. This, paired with no showers and frequently sleeping in porta potties and garages, was a catalyst for Daniel contracting scabies, a disease where mites burrow into your skin and cause intense itching. That's fucking disgusting. Also, 128 days without showers or a bath. Fucking hell. I have a bath every 3 days, and a quick wash every morning. And yeah, I do change clothes, so yeah, I don't care if he was homeless. There are people out there that will help people like that and get them clean. Daniel often scratched hard to relieve the itching, but his dirty fingernails only made the situation worse. Finally, Daniel went into the emergency room where he was officially diagnosed with scabies. Okay, that's good. He was prescribed with $80 lotion, but instead he used his money to buy his stocks and desserts at fancy restaurants. It's a bad thing to do. The scabies is a very spreadable disease. Members of California became concerned about the new health threat Daniel was imposing. Warnings of Daniel went viral on Facebook, and members of his own community became concerned with the possibility of a deep infection. The climax of the scabies arc began in late January 2023. Daniel posted a ominous video of him having extreme itchiness due to the bugs living in his skin. His scratches were so ferocious that he caused himself to bleed everywhere. Ugh. Within hours, Daniel sought help at an emergency room. Again, this time receiving a shot of livermicin and getting a washcloth bath from the nurse. As a result of the drugs being injected, Daniel made a goodbye post. Thought he was going to die, really. To the creatures living under his skin for a month prior. Following this visit to the hospital, Daniel did end up buying a new t-shirt. The symptoms have died down, and that was the last edit on the 5th of February 2023, so about I don't know, about 10 days ago roughly. Right, so that was it for this this reading. I'm not going to do two. Next week is going to be the Las Vegas arc, because he's in Las Vegas at the minute. Like the recent things he's done is like on the 30th of January, Turkey Tom made a video about him. On the 10th of February, he gets kicked out of Planet Fitness, which we already talked about. And from the 13th and to date, he went to Las Vegas and he got up to some shenanigans there. So that was some more info on the California arc of Daniel Larson's life. Like I said, I'm going to be covering the well, I suppose it'll be finished by next week, so I'll be able to cover it, the Las Vegas arc. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and on your left hand side of the screen is my information. If you want to support the channel, you can. So until next time, see you guys.